Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going lovely. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to break out the Glimmer Hot Foil system and we're going to create a card with our Glimmer kit of the month. This month you get a roll of foil, and every month you do, but this month it's copper. I've mentioned this before that copper is like a chocolatey brown. It's one of my favorite foils. There's lots now. We have a lot of varieties, but copper is nice because it kind of reminds me of coffee maybe. So let's trim down a few pieces. We're going to grab our quick trimmer, and while I trim some pieces down, I'll tell you a little bit more about our Glimmer kit of the month. You get 6 hot foil plates, and then you get 9 cutting dies. So your cutting dies will cut out all the images. You do get a sentiment in here that says thankful for you, which is lovely. I believe you can layer the mushroom with one of the dies, and you can also layer your flower, which is really nice. There is a flower that you could just die cut and use as an accent piece without foiling, which is a great option for this set too. So nice scene building for fall cards. So I'm lining up my mushroom and then 2 of my leaves. I'm going to end up foiling 3 mushrooms and then 2 sets of the leaves. I was going to do the acorn and change my mind. I thought, well, just do the leaves. Sometimes I get a little too glimmer happy. I have my machine heating off to the side. We'll bring this in. We'll put our foil plates face down, face up. If I can get it right. I'm recording this very early in the morning and my house is still sleeping. So that's if I sound a little whispery, that's why. I'm going to go ahead and trim down some cardstock, and we're going to add some foil and do a little foiling. I'm just going to foil 1, and then I'm going to go back and do basically 3 more. A couple of my images had over foiling. It kind of double foiled, so I needed an extra one so I could pick the best out of them. I'm not using my Glimmer specialty cardstock. I'm just using my regular cardstock because we're going to do a little coloring on them. So I'm die cutting out my little floral piece, and then this is what our foiled images look like. Beautiful leaves, and I love the mushroom. The size of it's really nice. It does remind me of a sketchy kind of a look on the mushroom. The leaves don't have that, but the mushroom does, so it really does look woodsy. I'm just going to continue on foiling a few extra pieces, and then we're going to bring in a couple die sets for my Glimmer stash. We are going to go ahead and foil the sentiment that says thankful for you, and I thought we would top that off with another sentiment. I do want to kind of frame my foiling, so I'm bringing in my rectangle essential duo lines, Glimmer plates, and then my sentiment. I love the scripty font. This is Yana sentiments, and I love the size of these, and I like that there's coordinating dies. So I took greetings, and we're going to foil that. So we have a frame, we have our thankful for you and greetings. And so this is foiled really nice first time. I got lucky. So that's all the foiling we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and turn our machine off and set it aside, make a little bit more room. Now I mentioned before that we're going to color in our images. If you want to use colored cardstock, you could, but I've been on a roll with some soft colors for fall. So that's what I wanted to do, is use some teals and a pale green and some pinks for my mushroom. And then for my leaves, I think we're going to go traditional fall with some amber colors and some reds. And I said I was going to make a little room, but I kind of didn't. So we're going to clean up our area a little bit. But first mushroom is with teals. I have BG10, and then we have BG72 for a blending. The stumps of my mushroom, I'm going to bring in my warm grays, and I'm just going to continue on. I did leave the coloring in case you guys are interested in the colors that I used. So I'll play a little music while I color, and then when I'm done coloring, I will catch you back. coloring is all done, and I'm gonna mix bold with soft, and I wasn't sure how it would turn out, but I have extra leaves in case I didn't like it. Next, we'll take the coordinating dies and die cut these out, and I didn't realize this, but I love it. Your dies will cut to the foil line, which just makes it so pretty because your images are outlined with foil. Love that. So we're going to start off by adding our mushrooms to our frames here. Once we have them placed, we'll do a little tucking with our little floral piece. This is the one that you don't have foil glimmer plates for, but it's nice to be doing a little tucking with them. And they're layering too, so you would just layer your floral bud to the stem. I'm going to take my greetings and we'll add that to our thankful for you. To make it stay, I put the G on the front of my strip and then put the last G behind it. I guess it's, yeah. And I pop that up and put it on our panel. Next, we're going to go ahead and add our leaves. We'll put 2 towards the top. The other 2, I'm going to wait until we have this on our card base. As I'm looking at it, my little flower buds were like a pink stem, soft purple flower, and it just didn't go right for me. It wasn't flowing. I think we need to bring in a few more darker colors. So I'm going to take my red marker that I used for my leaf, and we're going to color in those flower buds. Just the top area where I colored them in purple, we're going to change it to red. And I think it's going to look a lot more autumny. I'm going to go ahead and put these back, and I'm happy with the result versus the red versus the purple. Okay, for my background, I'm going to use an embossing folder. I went ahead and already embossed it. My panel is a card front panel, so it's 4¼ inches by 5¼ inches. So it's going to cover my entire card front. The embossing folder that I'm using is from Spellbinders, and it's called Falling Leaves. It's fairly new to the shop, and it's actually beautiful. Lots of beautiful leaves in the background. I kept it white. We're going to adhere this to our card base, and it's going to cover the entire card front. Next, I'll flip over my panel here. We're going to add foam adhesive behind it, and then this is going to go on the top right corner. I'm going to add my leaves on the bottom left corner, and I'm happy with the way this turned out. I think it looks very pretty, very woodsy. I'm going to go ahead and embellish my card using some of my Color Essential Gems. The gold mix, the darker of the gold mix. I had a new package and I was ready to open it, but I need to finish the package that I have before I open another one. So I grabbed that one. But the darker of the gold mix, which I'm almost out of here, goes perfect with the copper foil. I'm going to add a few embellishments, and then that finishes my card today for Spellbinders using the Glimmer Hot Foil Kit of the month for October. It's called Glimmering Autumn Woods. I don't know if I told you that, but thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day, guys. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.